Good evening and welcome to another episode of Seaman Viking Television. I'm Hayden Ford. Tonight we'll be bringing you 5 in-depth stories. We'll lead off tonight with Emily Gatewood and Trevor Tomanek. They'll be bringing you a story about Toys for the Rescue Mission. Take it away, guys.
It is winter season, and we all know what that means. It is time for Christmas. So for those who are less fortunate, they know they can count on Seaman Middle School to put presents under the tree.
We make the toys in class as a class project and as a community service, to where we learn how to make the different parts of the cars using different machines. The kids put them together, they paint them, manufacture them, and then we take them down and give them to the kids at the rescue mission.
The students in Mr. Tomanek's class aren't just getting a grade from this project.
You're helping other people, and it's pretty fun to make the toys, like painting them and stuff. I enjoy it.
I like making the toys because they go to someone who needs them, because we build the toys to give them to people who have almost nothing. It makes me feel great because I have a lot more than they do, so I mean it makes me feel good that I'm giving something back to them.
They're going to have an understanding. Some kids have it rougher than others, and that what they do does make a little bit of difference in their lives at this time of the year, and gives them a chance to get a community service program to where normally they would not get a community service project.
The students of Seaman Middle School are close to finishing the cars that will be delivered to the rescue mission on December 2nd.
Be sure to check back with us next month for an update on the delivery of the toy cars. Signing off for SVTV, this has been Trevor
And Emily.
Wow, sounds like these kids are doing an amazing thing to help others. Thanks, guys. Now we're going to send it to Josh Nyman. Josh will bring us a story about the Architectural Construction Science class and a project they are working on, the Habitat House.
Habitat for Humanity is an organization that builds cheaper houses so that people can afford them. The organization has been around since the 1960s and has built nearly 300,000 houses. Mr. Bloomfield, the architectural construction science teacher, has guided his classes into building 13 houses, and they're working on their 14th house now.
This is our 14th house because we've built 11 of them here on campus. We built 3 of them off campus. We don't have to worry about financing the house because Habitat for Humanity buys the materials. We order the materials and charge them to Habitat, and we construct the house right here. So there's no out-of-pocket expense for the materials for the class for our school. We meet 3 times a week, just like every class does. On Mondays it's for approximately 50 minutes, and then the other 2 times a week it's an hour and a half. So we have not spent that entire time actually building the house. What we've done is spent time on safety, getting familiar with the equipment and building compound. We've also had some bad weather, and so we spend time inside working on the computer, developing house plans, and working on construction documents. So between those 3 things, those 2 things plus actually working on the house, that's how much time we've spent in class.
We're working on the house. We get to build the structure, we get to frame the building, roof it, and we get to work on the siding currently. We get to do the inside of the house, build the walls, put the walls up, and just a whole bunch of everything that you would think of that you need in a house.
Not all students can enroll in the class.
The class has a prerequisite. You need to have taken basic technical drawing plus computer-aided drawing, and once you have those 2, then you can enroll in the class.
The students in the class now really like it.
Yeah, I do, because I've grown up around construction and I really enjoy it. And once I graduate high school, I'll probably go and pursue a career in construction.
Once the house is finished, it is then time to give the house back to Habitat and have them choose the right family for the house.
I have no idea. That's something that's taken care of by our partner, Habitat for Humanity. All we do is sign on with them to provide labor to build a house. They take care of moving the house, buying the lot that the house goes onto, and choosing the family that will ultimately buy the house. The house is not given away. It's actually purchased at a very reduced rate through Habitat for Humanity.
Some students wish that they could build another Habitat house.
I really like the class. I like the teacher. He makes it enjoyable while we learn, and it's a really fun class.
The Architectural Construction Science class is a great class to take. You get to learn a lot of life lessons, have fun while doing it, and help out others by building them a home. Signing off for SVTV, this is Josh Nyman.
Looks like the house is coming along great, and students should definitely think about enrolling in this class. $600,000 may seem like a lot of money, but not to Heritage Christian School. This is how much money they will pay to buy East Indianola. Nathan Tennant and Melissa Stewart have the story.
Over the past few years, the Seaman District has introduced a 10-year plan combining Lyman and East Indianola elementary schools in the former Logan Junior High school building. This plan was designed for the existing buildings to be used more efficiently. As a result of this 10-year plan, the East Indianola building would be left vacant.
This transition in buildings has worked out perfectly for Heritage Christian School of Topeka. The growing private school has been occupying space at North End Christian Church for all of its 13 years of operation.
Generally, it's a very good relationship with Northland. What we've enjoyed the most is that they were the only church that opened their doors to Heritage 13 years ago.
Not having a building to call their own has been difficult over the years. With the new building, Heritage will have a lot of bonuses that Northland wasn't able to offer, like wide hallways lined with lockers, playgrounds, full-size classrooms, a gymnasium, and a cafeteria.
The teachers are excited to finally have a classroom that they can call their own. The students are excited about the move as a whole.
I have to say the new playground. It's really big and we get a lot of space. And they're building a new soccer field, like right beyond the second playground.
Because of the growth of Heritage and the demand for a real school building, it was time for Heritage to make the change.
We're very excited about this, and we think we're leaving Northland with some nice things like the new playground. That I think that'll be nice for their children. Yeah, some things that we've been able to do that have helped the church a little bit too.
Heritage plans on completing the move by the middle of the summer.
Signing off for SVTV, I'm Nathan.
And I'm Melissa.
Good job, guys. Sounds like Heritage was willing to open their wallets to finally get a school of their own. There's a place in Topeka that everyone knows. Of course, I'm talking about the world-famous Topeka Zoo. Lacey Cowan and Ashley Morris went to find out more about the journalism field trip to the zoo.
On Wednesday, November 5th, beginning journalism, broadcast journalism, and photography students traveled to the Topeka Zoo on a field assignment. Here's Mrs. Nyman to tell us what her students learned.
We went and did interviews with some of the zookeepers that are there. They talked to complete strangers about how to about the things they do at the zoo. So they learned a lot about the zoo as well as about different kinds of speakers they're going to encounter. We had one speaker that talked real fast. We had one speaker that went off in lots of different directions, and so the kids had to work really hard to keep him back on his topic, but very informative and very good for the kids to see how that really works in the real world.
Megan Wright, a broadcast student, shares with us what she was taught by Dr. Chain.
We learned that if an animal has lice, then it can't be transferred to humans.
The zoo has approximately 300 animals, and each student learned about the different caretakers. Students practiced what they were taught in class while completing stories about different parts of the zoo. I'm Lacey, and thanks for tuning in.
That looked like an interesting field trip. Well, we're down to our final story. If you ever want a thrill, you should try off-roading, a true American sport. Andrew McNeve will bring us a story about this extreme sport.
Off-roading has become popular among teens. Many kids are driving 4x4 trucks, and companies like Off-Road Expert are offering special off-road parts for customers. We talked to David from Off-Road Expert, and this is what he had to say.
It's got anything to do that's off the beaten path of being on the street. Could be anything from gravel, sand, dirt, mud, hill climbs, trails. There is no perfect vehicle for all types of four-wheel drive or off-roading. Specific vehicles that are for dune buggies for sand. There'll be Jeeps for trail riding, and extremely stretched out trucks, full-size trucks for hill climbs.
The accessories are endless, and you can easily spend your entire paycheck fixing up your vehicle. Senior Cody Hicks has invested a lot of money in his truck to have a good time off-roading. Here's what Cody had to say.
About $3,500 jacking up the truck, getting good tires on it, cleaning it after you get done.
Off-roading is very dangerous. David had a few suggestions.
There's quite a few actually. The hill climbing is probably the worst. Quite a few rollovers involved. That's about it. Common sense will take care of most of it. If you don't think you can handle it, don't do it. If the vehicle's not set up for it, don't do it. But the biggest thing would be a rollover.
Off-road is becoming a popular hobby. Remember to always be safe. Sign off for SVTV. I'm Andrew.
Looks like many people have fun out driving around. That's all we have tonight. Please tune in next time on December 11th for our next show. Signing off for SVTV, this has been Hayden Ford.